Okay, let's have a look at how to draw the Gruffalo. Here he is. Now the key when you're trying to draw something that someone's already drawn or you've seen before, you've got to think about key features. What makes this guy special? For me, it's those horns, it's the tusks, it's the wart, it's the spikes, it's that funky curly tail. Basically the story. If you know the story of the Gruffalo and how the mouse describes him, you know the key features. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's draw this guy. So I'm going to use the green because I like how the green shows up on the page. You'll use a light lead pencil for this part. Let's draw the structure of the Gruffalo. And really, he's a big potato, isn't he? There's my big potato shape with a nice light line. I'm going to draw that. I'm going to add some shape for his head. I've got the rough shape. Now I'm going to add some big, thick sausages for his legs. And some sausage arms. There's the main structure. And we can add things now. We can add the smaller things like the tail. Those great horns. Oh, I might figure out where his mouth line goes now. Like this. His ear. You'll notice I'm adding the bigger details than the smaller details. It's very deliberate so I can plan because the smaller details build off the bigger details. You've got to start somewhere and I always start with the big details. Spikes. Eyes. Nose with the big wart. Tusks. Teeth. Now I've got the head details. Let's look at these hands, these legs, and these feet. Now the hands of the Gruffalo, well, they look like people hands, they're just a bit thicker. So I'm just going to draw some lines out, some sausages. Here, and I'll draw some sausages out here. Like this. Draw some toes. And he's got those knobbly knees. So I just draw a bit of a bubble where I want his knees to go. Okay, how am I feeling about this picture? Yeah, I'm all right. I could flatten his head a bit. He doesn't have that curved head. And his eyebrows, they're sort of upwards. You're not really meant to be scared of the Gruffalo. The mouse is, but you're not a mouse. Okay, I've got the rough structure of the Gruffalo here. Now I'm going to put my pencil or my crayon away and I'm going to pull out a texter. It does not matter what color texter you use. I'm going to use this black Sharpie just because I could reach it. I could also use a blue marker or a red marker. Now when I trace a figure, I usually trace the eyes first because the eyes tell me where the head's going to be. The head tells me where the neck's going to be and the neck tells me where the body's going to be. And everything comes off the body, so I need to know where the body's going to be. So I'll start with the eyes. Front eye first, back eye second, eyebrows. Okay, I know where the eyes are. That tells me, yeah, I've got the rest of my lines in place. So now I sort of just pick where I want to start. And you, when you're drawing, you'll pick different sections to start from. That is just fine. I might draw some little spikes at the bottom as I do the head. He's got this great curved ear. Horns. Now I know where the head is. I can draw this arm and hand. It's got some great claws coming off it. The tummy. That knobbly knee. Some little knobs on it. He's got those turned out toes with claws on them. Even though I didn't draw the claws when I was doing my initial little draw, I'm adding them as I'm going now because I've just remembered them. You do not have to add them that way. You could have just put your texture away, picked back up your crayon and added them and then traced. Over here I can do it. I can experiment. Maybe it's a bit long, maybe it's a bit short, doesn't matter. Now the tricky thing with this leg is I don't like how it sticks out from the belly, so I'm just going to trim it. And I probably won't be too happy with the end result, but I'm going to go for it anyway. All right, let's trace this other leg. Yeah, it's all right. That's okay. I'll do better next time. I'll just try again. Got some great spikes up here. I don't think the Gruffalo spikes are this big, but I like to exaggerate. He's got this great tail. And his last claw. Now these are the cute little pads on the inside of his hands and his claws. And there's a Gruffalo. Oh wait. There's a Gruffalo. Okay, there's my first go at a Gruffalo. Am I going to stop at my first go though? No! I want to draw that guy again. I really like the Gruffalo. But I'm going to use the skills I've just picked up drawing him the first time, and I'm actually going to change the way his body is shaped. I'm going to make the Gruffalo run. So I'm going to start with the same general structure. Big potato on another potato. But the arms and legs, I'm going to move them. They're pretty flat and stationary here. He's just waving at us. Hello. Let's make him run. Let's put an arm out here. A leg out here. A leg out here. An arm out here. Oh, let's see how this works out. Put his tail behind him. Get his horns. Face. And if he's running, he's not happy, he's scared. Maybe this is the end of the book where the mouse has scared him off. So he's not looking too happy. A few spikes. Now let's look at those hands and feet. Figure out what those hands and feet are going to look like. There we go. Get that line stronger. Because if the front arm is back, the front leg must be forward when we run. That's a thing a lot of people forget when they draw running figures. Okay, I'm going to quickly trace the running Gruffalo and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, eyes first. Doesn't help that this text is running out. Let's grab another one. How's this texter? Yeah, that works all right. Okay. Get the other tusk. That arm's back, that arm's forward. I can trace the front of this chin. This arm is back. A few little spikes to show where the hair is flowing off the back. Spikes out here. Now when I'm tracing down here, this is the front leg, so I've got to trace it first. Give it some toe claws. Like that. Where's my tail? Here it is. Oh, get some claws in there. Don't want to forget the claws. Trace the bits of the tail that stick out from behind that hand. Trace that other leg. Give it some claws. Some cute little finger pads and claw pads. Okay, I have a running Gruffalo. So I've just used the same shape here, but I've moved the pieces around. That's a really great skill to practice to improve your drawing. not just to practice the basic shapes when they're in a posture that you've seen before. Move them, improvise, do something new. Okay, good luck. Have a go yourself.